Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our show. I really appreciate that. Today, we have the crew here, Ricky and Pam, and we have some great questions. How about a question about a first-time experience with Club Level? So Pam gives some tips for taking advantage of that. We have a guest headed out to Disneyland for the very first time, and they have 3 days. They're going to go to Oogie Boogie Bash and definitely go to Disneyland, but they don't know whether to add a day at DCA. So we talk about that, talk them through there. We have a guest staying at Saratoga Springs for the first time. So we talk about getting the most out of that stay and stay till the end, because I think we have Ricky confessing to a crime at the end of the show. It's a lot of fun. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, even Adventures by Disney trip for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Click through there with each purchase. It supports the show. Everybody wins. Thank you so much for that. And you can also support the show on Patreon. It's $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. A huge shout out to everybody who supports us already over there. You guys are the all-stars. You keep us on the air. So thank you for that. And if you'd like to support us this week, we'd sure love to have you. Again, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2730 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having an outstanding week. Glad you're here. It's time to answer your listener questions. Joined by the OG crew from back in 2008. Love these ladies. We're going to have a good time today talking Disney. We've got some news to talk about at the top of the show, and then we're going to jump into some listener questions. So joining me today from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less, we have Ricky. Ricky, what's going on this beautiful Wednesday?
It is a beautiful Wednesday because today is two very special things. One, it is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay! And two, I'm driving down to Florida today. So yay!
Very nice. So you're celebrating at Walt Disney World. So do you still get a button for your birthday? Obviously you do, right? Come on.
Of
tell me you do.
course.
Yes.
Actually, I still have one in my car from last year.
No, stop. No, you can't use a stale one. You got to get a fresh one every time. Don't use a stale button.
Yeah, I still have one in my car. So, I'll be working today for the beginning of the day, and then I'm going to hop out, and then I'm going to drive down. So, yeah, that'll probably be good.
Happy 23rd birthday again.
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. It is totally my 23rd birthday. Yes.
So, Walt Disney World in itself is cool, but we're, big famous Disney podcasters. So you got to do something special when you get there. So like, what's the big thing besides, Mickey Mouse coming to greet you on bended knee on Main Street? Besides that, what are you going to do?
Yeah, besides that, we're actually staying at Saratoga Springs.
Whoa.
So I'm very excited.
Deluxe.
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
I remember back in the day, you couldn't even get Brian to get you a hotel and value on property. You always did the Hyatt thing. Now you're staying at deluxe hotels. I like it.
So for my birthday, I get to stay usually at a deluxe hotel, but do keep in mind, we do it the cheapest way possible. So this time we use that fantastic.
There was a rockin' Disney Plus special. Yes.
Special. I'll be perfectly honest, it was way too good to pass up.
It was.
But Mr. Fiscally Responsible did say, well, it's such a good price that we can stay 2 nights. So I get to stay 2 nights. Normally we have a 1-night staycation, basically, is how we usually do this. I get 1 night to celebrate in a, nice deluxe resort. But because this was such a good deal, I get 2 whole nights at a deluxe resort. Woo! Look at me go!
Brian is pulling out all the stops, man. He's like,
he is.
We're
Absolutely.
doubling up, baby, for your birthday this year. Disney Plus did us right. There we go.
Disney Plus did me right this year. So yeah, we're doing that. I'm excited because I'm going to get to see, obviously, Disney Starlight. I'm going to get to ride Test Track. I finally get to see the new shows at Disney's Hollywood Studios because we just missed them. on the last trip. So, and then as far as like, oh, I'm gonna do the water park with the free water park visit because hello, I'm gonna take advantage of that if I've got it. So we're gonna go to Blizzard Beach, which I haven't been to in probably 15 plus years. So I've now this year done both water parks. So if you want, ideas of how water parks are at Disney right now, I can answer this question now.
Very
Or I will be able to. And then the only other thing we have is right now, I mean, obviously we want to kind of walk around Disney Springs and have an afternoon evening kind of at Disney Springs since we're so close.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a reservation for Kona for breakfast. And I'm so excited because that's a really hard breakfast to get a lot of times nowadays. And I saw it was available and I was like, bam, Kona breakfast, macadamia nut, pineapple pancakes, bring it on, baby. So I'm so excited about my pancakes. I can't even tell you how excited I am.
Well, so excited for your weekend. We got to bring in the third member of the team. Speaking of the Big Kahuna.
Yes,
See how
she
I
is
did?
the big Kahuna.
See how I did that? I am a professional. I've been doing this since 2008. I've done a few shows. We have Pam Forster, co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Pam, happy Wednesday. What's up?
Happy Wednesday. So I'm actually jealous about I was trying to think of the Kona breakfast.
It's the Big
I
Kahuna,
really
right?
love like their coffee. I think
yeah.
their coffee
yes.
so good.
Oh no, it's the Tonga toast that everybody gets there.
I know
right?
the people like the Tonga toast. I can like if I can talk someone in my party into splitting with me, I can do the Tonga toast. Otherwise, it's like a sugar, like you ate a sugar bomb.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of sugar. It's a lot.
You need a nap.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So if we could talk, like if I could talk someone into doing, like if we get some kind of like the omelet and then the Tonga toast, I'm good. Otherwise, whatever. But that coffee is so good. You got to get the press pot.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that.
It's also lethal to me because I'm allergic to bananas, so I try to.
That part.
But you can get the pineapple pancakes.
The pineapple
pancakes. That sound good. I like. They still have the Big Kahuna. I know they got rid of it for a while. They will bring it back.
I will find out for you.
I thought they brought it back. Yeah, let them know. And if they didn't, give them peace of mind for me because
I will.
The Big Kahuna rocked. That was why I went.
I think they did bring it back.
I think they did. I know they did for a minute. So the world got so topsy-turvy there for a little bit. So
it did.
Kind of messed me up. All right, we got a couple things here we got to take care of. We have 2 listeners joining us in 2 different locations that are Disney related. And you got to say one is good, one is tough. So Rob joining us from MCO at the end of his trip. Oof, that's rough. Hang on. We're going to do a little stock up, stock down here.
That is rough.
Oh, no, that was Yokiro Taco Bell. I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. That would be me here shortly.
Yeah, Yokiro Taco Bell.
That was like subliminal right there. Sorry about that. But Rob, that's you. And then we got Run Mike D joining us over on Instagram. He's joining us from Morimoto Asia as we tune in live.
That's nice.
Oh,
that's nice.
Dude, killing me. That's awesome. So thanks for tuning in live. All right, so let's talk a little bit before we get into those questions. First impressions, like 30-second snippets. Pam Forster, what do you think of Starlight? First impressions. Obviously, haven't seen it in person, but social media coverage. What do you think about the parade?
It looks beautiful. I'm telling you, it looks like each float sort of tells a story in the way that just hasn't been done before in terms of that. Like, I'm right there with people. I loved Main Street Electrical Parade. I loved. Why am I blanking on the name of the other parade?
Spectro Magic, the greatest parade of all time. I got a shirt.
I know, right? I love Spectro Magic, but it's just spectacular. I think that's the word that just describes it. Spectacular. And we've all been waiting so long for a nighttime parade to come back, and I'm really glad in some ways that they took their time and did this one so right. So it looks great. I can't wait to see it.
I'm with you. I mean, the taking the time thing, I don't know if we need to take a decade. I mean,
I know, right?
Yeah, that seems a little extra.
Yeah, let's we could go, you know, we could pick up the pace a little bit on that next time. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm glad. It just feels like we're back, like in a way, like the Magic Kingdom. Like it just feels finally right. You got to have fireworks in a nighttime parade at a park like the Magic Kingdom. So Ricky,
I agree.
What do you think? Like, are we back? We're back.
Okay, so I'm a bad podcaster because since I knew that I would be seeing the parade this week, I really have been avoiding
That's
any and
fine.
all spoilers as
Makes
best
sense.
as I can, because I want to see the parade without any real, influence. So I really have been avoiding everything. Like I've of course seen some photos and a little bit of like video, just like brief glimpses of it. But I've really been avoiding everything if I possibly can. So I pretty much on, Sunday night when all the influencers were posting on Instagram, I was like, next, 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 keep scrolling, keep scrolling. So I totally have been avoiding it. And same thing with Test Track. Like I've been absolutely avoiding all the spoilers for that as best I can too. So I'm trying to go into both of those things as unspoiled as possible. I did not have that same luxury with the shows at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I completely got spoiled on those, but that was my own doing. So yeah, that was my fault. But since I knew I was going to be there this week, I'm like, I'm going to avoid as many spoilers as I possibly can. So everything I've seen, it looks beautiful. I haven't even heard the music from it. Like I said, I've been avoiding everything I possibly can. So I will have more thoughts when I get back from my trip next week. But for right now, I'm avoiding everything.
Which is ironic because you were the one that always skipped the parade to go like do last minute rides
right?
back. We always talked about this 10 years ago on the show. Like you'd be like, I don't go watch Spectral Magic. I go and get a last ride on Space Mountain or, what
and
have
normally
you. And
I probably will, but since it's the
It's
premiere
10
week
years
of
later.
it, I'm definitely going to do it. And actually, Brian and I have a plan because we are going to my mom and dad's on Thursday, and we're spending the night at my mom and dad's tonight, and then we'll be with them on Thursday. And then we're going to kind of spend the afternoon with them for a little bit, celebrate my birthday with them. And then Brian and I are actually going to take the drive down to Orlando. And we're doing it specifically so we can see the parade that night. So I've got a Magic Kingdom reservation so I can get into the park. And we probably won't head into the park until late afternoon, maybe early evening. And really our only goal for that night is to see the parade. So that's, anything else we get done is extra gravy. But our goal that night was just to see the parades. That way we were there, we got to see the parade, and then we could do other things the rest of the trip.
You have your park reservation locked in, right? Because the rule has now changed for annual pass holders with the park reservation system. Just a heads up for everybody out there so they know that, right? You have that locked in?
Yes. Yeah. You have to have a park reservation in order to get in as an annual pass holder to the Magic Kingdom to be able to see the parade. Now, here's the question, because I keep seeing it both ways, and I don't know if it's been answered yet.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure it has been, but do you have to? Everybody's saying you have to have a reservation for the Magic Kingdom, but I've heard you have to just have any park reservation, and then if you want to hop to the Magic Kingdom later that night, you can. I don't know which way it is. Now I have a Magic Kingdom one, so I mean, I'm good. I'm golden, but I just don't know the answer for other people. So I'll find out, I guess.
You know me, I'd like to have one for the Magic Kingdom just to be safe, but
I do have one for the Magic Kingdom, so I'm safe. But I mean, I've definitely heard both ways of no, you have to have a specific Magic Kingdom one, or you can have any.
I saw
park,
that online
but
too. I saw that debate.
So.
All right, let's get to the questions. That's why we're here. And Michelle says she has a question about club level, which she has booked, and I think it's a good one for Pam. She's never stayed club level, and she says, any tips or tricks from the team? What should we expect? Also, she's gluten-free. Are they going to have any options or be able to provide anything for a gluten-free guest? So, Pam Forster, any tips for a first-time club level guest?
I think I think the way that I tell people to look at club level is look at it as an extra level of service. They do have a breakfast. Each one is different at each resort with the kind of offerings that they have. They do have a snack, or they call it an afternoon tea, which isn't really an afternoon tea, but it's just sort of a snack in the afternoon. They have light hors d'oeuvres at night, and they usually have desserts and cordials in later on that night. So those are the times that food is out. I suggest if you have a special need, you can ask when you check in and ask what they can have to accommodate that need. Some of them are easier to accommodate than others, and some of them they won't be able to accommodate, but hopefully gluten-free, they'll have a few things for you in that space so that you can do that. But the other thing I'm going to say is the club level room, the actual concierge lounge or club level lounge, we love just going there and like having it as sort of like an annex to our room. We spend time there at different, points in time. Different club levels have different views of different things. For instance, the club level at Grandestino has a great view of Hollywood Studios. The club level at the Polynesian has a great view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks. The club level at Animal Kingdom Lodge sort of looks down on the lobby, and it's a really kind of cool thing. So each club level sort of has its own personality and its own sort of views, but sort of look at that as well. And the staff there, we usually find, is really great. We always have a great experience with them, and hope you find that the same. So go and enjoy. It will be a great time.
And the couple of times I've been in these places before they throw me out, they're like, "Hey, get out of here." It kind of feels like a happy hour, like feeling like, you're kind of, there's a few other people mingling in there, getting some snacks, getting some drinks. And it's just, you talk, if you're a social person, and you like to just talk to other people casually, hey, where are you from? I like to do that on a bus, like back to All-Star Sports, but it's a lot, nicer than doing that,
It is when you're sitting there and having a little snack or a drink.
It's like that on steroids, a lot nicer. I mean, they're both the same thing, but one's a little, nicer than the other. All right, Cynthia's here on Facebook joining us. She says, absolutely love the bag drop option at speaking of sports, All-Star Sports with Southwest Airlines. We had an evening flight, and we were able to enjoy the day bag-free and avoid bag drop at MCO. Any hope that this will be brought to the moderate and deluxe resorts as well? Any thoughts? Ricky,
yes,
Pam?
we're all doing this.
Please, I know. I mean, as somebody who always flies Southwest Airlines, let's go. Yeah. Please.
Agreed. I can't wait until they extend this out, and hopefully they will to the other resorts. It's a third-party company that sort of is involved in this and does this maybe in other locations as well. And they started it at one and rolled it out so fast to the other values. I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, what?
It's like, oh. So
it's one of those things that maybe we bit off a little bit more and we could chew right away. Like I've done that a lot of times in my life. I get it. I understand. But yeah, it's like, let's go. We're close. And apparently, like with Southwest, I'm going to get I'll have an assigned seat. I don't even know what that's about. Like I'm always like, for my whole life since I've been flying, the last 10 years, like I go down the aisle, I'm like, is that a good one? Like that's a whole thing. Like it's like, it's one of the biggest decisions of my whole year. Like, because I always got to have a window seat, right? I got to know where I'm going. I can't have a middle. I definitely don't want a middle, and I can't have
the Southwest credit card.
I do have that. I have the deluxe credit card. Like I have the one where you got to pay the annual fee, but no, that's the Disney one. I have a Southwest. I have a regular Southwest one, I think. The Disney one, I have the one where you pay extra because it's totally worth it because I put everything on it. Like I get way more because you get extra, like better rewards or whatever. But I do have the Southwest card. But yeah, making that choice, man, I'm always like, okay, it's before sunrise. So okay, we're going south. So got to get on the left side so I can see my sunrise and get a sunrise picture because I take pictures the whole way. It's a big deal. But I'll have an assigned seat. I'll be like, man, this is gravy. Like I'm sitting right there in like a bingo game. I'll be like, I'm in B4 or something. I don't even know. Like I'm such a dork. I'd have never flown in a plane where I picked a seat. I'm kind of excited. I'm like those commercials. Have you seen the commercials? Like,
yes.
Apparently, we're gonna have the ones that I think a guy says something like, "Southwest gonna have assigned seats." Yeah, every airline does it now. They do. I crack up. Anyway, yep, that's me. All right, Susan's got a question. It says about Epcot After Hours event. I'll be in Orlando and have made reservations to attend Epcot After Hours. I'll be staying at Pop Century. To gain entry to the park for after hours, it says to enter through the front entry gate. My question is this. What is the best way to get to Epcot's front entry gate when staying at Pop Century, since buses do not run there from Pop Century because of the Skyliner? Also, after the event is over, will I be able to take the Skyliner to Pop, or will it not be running that late? Thanks for all you do. You provide much entertainment to me while I walk. Susan B. So how's she going to get there? from Pop?
Oh, that's actually a really good question.
Well, so the Skyliner. So let me think. So if you're going from
Saying-
Pop, you could take the Skyliner and still go in through International Gateway before the park closes and walk through, right? For after hours, because I mean, okay, think about this. Getting back, the Skyliner will be running to get back. Like that'll be no problem. They're gonna
Potentially.
Would the Skyliner not be running at the end of the thing?
It may not be.
Maybe it won't.
They have had times where it has not
That
run
is true.
afterwards, and
That is-
otherwise, then they'll have
A bus. There'd
They'll
be a
have
bus
different
going
They'll
back.
have a bus at the front
be a
for
bus at the
sure.
front. Yeah, if the
that-
Skyliner's not running, a bus will
Skyliner's
get you
not
home.
running at the end of the night. That one I'm certain.
Yeah,
of.
I'm 100% certain there'll be a bus running to get you back. Like that's
Yes.
not a problem.
Yeah.
But there'd have to be a bus to get you there too.
I would. They will have. If they're saying that you have to go in through the front, then they'll have to have.
They have to have a bus.
transportation.
Yeah. I would just when you check into the hotel, just ask them how they handle the after hours event at Epcot, and they should be able to tell you at that point. Because I assume that it would be bus transportation that would get you to the front of the park.
So I've never done an after hours thing at Epcot, but I mean it's going to be something that's like 9 to midnight, right? So wouldn't you just
2 hours.
take 9 to 11, whatever?
Yeah.
But, I mean, couldn't you just take like the Skyliner, jump into International Gateway before
I think
the
the
park
Skyliner
closes?
stops. Well, but they said the main entrance, so
But that's what I'm saying.
technically-
Just jump in, go through the International Gateway like at 8:45, and walk up to the front.
I mean that's a lot of extra to do that, though.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, you
just think,
could,
then you
but
get an extra snack. I mean, you're getting all those snacks for the 2 hours. That's extra Mickey bar you get to eat.
I
Let's
feel
look at
like
it that
that's
way.
a lot of extra to
That's how my brain
Yes.
works. Did I
So-
mention Billy brought me I think it's 60 Kuchkins
Oh
when he
my
was passing through
gosh.
St. Louis. They're real little, but dudes, I thought it was going to be 5. There's 60 mini Kuchkins.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Wow.
Good.
Amazing.
My wife just ate one a minute ago. I had to send her a message.
Nice.
All right, back on topic. Matt Z's got a question about Saratoga Springs.
Ooh.
Your home,
I'll be there
your
tomorrow.
deluxe home. Yeah, right across the river there from Disney Springs.
That's right.
Hey everyone, I'm staying at Saratoga Springs for the first time. I had an extra day to the beginning of my trip in November. I chose Saratoga Springs due to its proximity to Disney Springs. I want to make the most of my resort stay while I'm there as a solo traveler. I arrive at MCO at noon and hope to be at the resort by 1 p.m. Oh, you should have never said that out loud. Never said that out loud. It'll be 3. What would you do to make the most of your one-night stay at Saratoga Springs? I'd like to eat lunch and dinner there and possibly sit by the pool. I think you just answered your own question. But
I mean,
okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think you just did it, but okay. Let's see. I plan on going to Disney Springs at night after dinner. Also, what are the best breakfast options for the next morning? Thanks for your advice. Matt Z, he is Zeebs over in the clubhouse.
Nice.
Pam, what say you first? Because you are an experienced Saratoga Springs
Yes,
stayer.
I will say we probably stay there 5 times a year,
I know.
if not more. It's I feel like I'm there every other month. So, Saratoga, you're going to have a few dining arrangements, a few dining options available to you right there at the resort. And it's Artist Palette is the quick service location. There is also Turf Club and Turf Club Lounge, actually, where you can get food at Turf Club Lounge too, which is really just sort of the area outside of the actual
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
So, whatever. But the other fantastic thing about Saratoga is that you can walk to Disney Springs. It is a very short walk to Disney Springs, depending on where you're staying at in the resort. In addition, there are 2 other pools that have dining or snack stand locations in addition to the main pool. So you'll be able to check out that as well. And I think for breakfast, you're either probably going to look at Artist Palette or at one of the breakfast locations over at Disney Springs because you'll be in such close proximity to that.
Is Turf Club
actually-
open for breakfast, Pam?
I don't think it's open
so.
for breakfast. I think
Okay.
it's just open for dinner, actually.
I think you're right. Okay.
But Artist Palette definitely has some things if you want to look at those and you're really interested in not going too far, you can do that. But with things like Earl of Sandwich has breakfast. I know CityWorks has breakfast after a certain time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That Earl of Sandwich has really, I mean, again, for the budget conscious, like Brian and Mike Rallman.
Yes.
But
Well,
they have great
I'll tell you where Brian wants to go.
breakfast burritos at Earl of Sandwich are awesome. Because during Summit, when I used to go down for cheer and I had to stay at those Disney Springs hotels, that was my food court. I just walk right over to Earl of Sandwich and I'd rope drop it. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
mean, and I would be tempted to get something too at like Amorette's or something.
Oh,
Yes.
Just to bring, like, even the day before, pick that up and bring it back to your room. Yes, that's
I mean, because
a
you're
good location.
you're a solo traveler, and you see those memes all the time, right? You're an adult. You can eat cake whenever you want.
Exactly.
I mean, when you were 10,
Absolutely.
your parents set the rules. You're an adult. You can eat cake at 8:30 in the morning. Who cares?
Right. And if you happen to be there on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, of course, Chef Art Smith's has a lovely brunch
that's
that
so
I
good.
must mention. But Raglan Road does too.
That's where Brian wants to, I think, have brunch.
Oh, does he?
Yes. I think he
Jason in
wants
the
regular
chat
brunch.
right now.
It's good. Their brunch is
Raves
really
about that brunch. He says it's one of
Who?
the best things. Jason, who's in the chat right now, who proposed to his wife at Saratoga Springs, just mentioned.
Nice.
Yeah, he raves all the time in the Discord about the Raglan Road brunch.
All right. Yeah,
I
Brian
agree.
really
It's
wants
really
to try
good
the
brunch.
Raglan Road brunch.
Yep.
So I think that
It
might be
is.
what we try to do. Yeah.
And don't forget, over at Disney Springs, you also have Everglazed donuts.
No.
Yes.
Those
I'm gaining weight just listening to this question.
Yes.
Right? I was like looking at, like, I was scanning, because if I don't scan, I'm always going to forget something. But that also has really, really good brunch. So for sure.
Yeah.
So lots of good stuff there for sure. I don't think you can pick something wrong. We always say that, but you can't make a wrong choice. Oh, Summer House on the Lake. I knew I was gonna forget one. That actually also has great breakfast too.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
check that
All
out.
right.
A new entry into the pool.
That is a new entry. I didn't think about that one.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And such a pretty location too.
This is all
But
helping me.
again, it's only brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. So
Got it. Well,
Alright.
yeah. So this is exactly what Brian and I are really considering doing, because this is kind of how we're planning our trip. Is we're doing kind of a staycation. That's how we start our trips usually for these birthday ones. Is we usually do a staycation. So we're going to do this staycation at Saratoga Springs, and that was the whole point. Is that we're going to enjoy our time at Saratoga Springs. Probably enjoy the pool. Probably enjoy maybe Artist Palette and maybe Turf Club. Not just sure if I want to eat at Turf Club. They do have a prime rib on their menu that I'm a sucker for prime ribs, so that may be what we end up doing, because I've never been to Turf Club. But you are so close to Disney Springs that it's really hard to not want to go over there and eat dinner instead. So I really think that, I know they were talking about eating just at the resort.
Yeah, I
but
think that's the issue with Saratoga. Like, why would they ever put a nice restaurant at Saratoga?
know,
Because like you're
well-
going to be competing with every restaurant at Disney Springs.
yeah, well, they
Exactly.
didn't. So
No.
I'll just clue you in on
No,
that.
yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't.
Bam, coming
They
in with
did-
like an undercover hot take, like dogging them out, kind of.
No, yeah,
Deal.
no.
Put a nice one there. Put an okay one.
They put an okay one there. Yeah. So that's kind of why I'm like,
Restaurant ever.
well, I could
Well,
just,
they didn't.
we're so close. Maybe we'll just head over to Disney Springs instead for dinner that night anyway. So
Oh,
I
that's
think
so
that that's what
You
they should
want to
do.
go over.
you will want to make sure that you cross a bridge at some point before you
And
have
head
dinner.
over to Disney Springs. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's where they should eat dinner as well. I think they should probably go to Disney Springs and have it. Maybe for lunch too. I'm just saying. I don't think Artist Palette is. I've been there once for dinner. I ate a meal there. I know it wasn't breakfast, so I know it was either lunch or dinner.
It's not a bad quick service location.
It's not bad if you're just needing something, but again, you've got over the bridge. So I'm like,
You do.
maybe I'll just cross the
You
bridge.
do. And actually, I've had decent meals at Turf Club. I think our last one there has sort of soured me. Our service
no.
was crazy. So I will just say it was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had. So
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh, okay.
You are gonna have to text me that off.
Okay, so we have options. Also, real quick, Sean, a hot take: the breakfast burritos at LBV, the snack shop for the golf course, Good. And actually, I had them there. That was really good. But I mean, I was getting ready to play some golf, so that's always good. So you get that, you get a golf cart, do 18. And also, Jason says, yeah, Ricky can't go wrong with the
I'm here for it.
Raglan Road brunch. All right, question for Jacob in the inbox. BOGP crew, I'm a non-DVC member with a room reservation at Bay Lake Tower. Will I be able to access the Top of the World Lounge, or is it strictly for DVC members? Hope the BOGP cruise was a blast. It sure was. Pam Forrester, what do you say to that question?
I forget. I will say I forget because the rules
just
on this change.
They do.
Well, I think you have to be with a DVC member. Like you have to be a guest of the DVC member, because I go with Scott.
Yeah. I think that's right.
I know,
I think you have to be a DVC member.
Yeah. I think that's how it is. I mean, you could ask, and I mean, they're not going to like tase you.
Disney Vacation Club members have exclusive access to Top of the World Lounge.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. You need to be a DVC member, or you'll have to have someone take you in. And I want to say, it has always been that way, that you need to have a DVC member to get Top of the World Lounge access. Or not always, but it's been that way for a while. But what I was looking for was whether you have to be staying there at Bay Lake or not, because that is something that has gone back and forth. But either way, you have to DVC member to be at the top of the world. So.
All right. They have big cake there.
Yes, they do. But they have the same one at Steakhouse 71.
Yes, they do. God, I love that cake. Because the thing is, because it's not super fancy. It's just big and chocolatey and good. It's like many layers.
Like chocolate with a capital C. Chocolate.
I mean, that's my jam. Like, I mean, just like chocolate. It's like, it's like Betty Crocker. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's just a lot of good. That's all I need. All right, question about Disneyland here. Hey, Mike, my wife's son, who's 10, and I are longtime Disney World goers, hitting up Disneyland for our first time. And likely our only trip. We're East Coasters. We're going to Disneyland in late August. We have a 3-day trip planned. Day 1, we're arriving, resort, and doing Oogie Boogie Bash. Day 2, Disneyland. Day 3, ? My question is, Radiator Springs Racers and Incredicoaster are currently scheduled to be down for maintenance during our trip. If both rides are down, is DCA even worth a second day? Remember, we have Oogie Boogie Bash tickets, or should we strongly consider Disneyland for a second day? Curious, what are the team's opinions with the 2 major West Coast only rides down? What would you do? Thanks for a great show, Corey. And that's a good question, because they do have Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. But, personally, I'd still give DCA some love outside of the party, because the party, I would focus on party stuff, because there's going to be a lot of meet and greets and cool stuff going on at the party. That's what I would say. But I mean, he does bring up a good point. I mean, Radiator Springs Racers is my favorite attraction probably at Disneyland Resort overall. Cars Land's my favorite land anywhere. But I mean, Cars Land also has, Luigi's. I love Luigi's. I like the Mater's ride. That's just fun. It's like alien swirling saucers. I would still do both parks and Oogie Boogie. You guys
agreed. There's so many. I think there's so many good attractions there. Like you have Guardians of the Galaxy. You have
Web Slingers too.
Yeah, the Web Slingers. So that's like a big deal. They're doing a lot of stuff for the 70th. I think that's worth seeing. I love California Adventure, so maybe I'm partial to that, but. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of good things to see. And I just feel like the details, there's so many details there and so much entertainment that I think it's really worth it, at least for me, to see that, that. And I will say, I'm just going to put it out there too. I think it's worth thinking about, no matter how many days you're staying there, a park hopper, just because
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah. They're so close to each other. And there are so many different times that I use that ability to bounce back and forth that actually saves me time in the big picture. Like sometimes you're over at Disneyland and you're just like, dang, like the things I'm trying to get to seem so crowded right now. And then you just bounce over to California Adventure and then it's less crowded. And so then you bounce back and forth. So I don't know. It's just like walking from one side of the park to the other, basically.
Yeah, I actually agree with Pam. I was going to suggest the same thing. I was like, really, for that third day, I might consider having the park hopper and going back and forth between the two parks because, there is something special about being able to ride, say, web slingers and then heading over to Disneyland and, riding Big Thunder Mountain. So having that ability to do that is really special. And I mean, it literally is a 5-minute walk basically from
Yeah.
one place to the other, so it's not like it's that far. And for me, I agree. I think having, yes, I have a park hopper obviously for Walt Disney World almost every time because I have an annual pass, but for me, having a park hopper at Disneyland is almost like, that's even more of a no-brainer. Like, you almost have to do it at that point. I don't think I've ever done it without a park hopper, actually, to be perfectly honest, so I would say have a park hopper.
2 points on that. I agree with park hopper. And here's obviously you're going to maximize your time there. You're going to get to do a lot more. But I also think that it's your first time out there. You're probably going to want to end your trip in Disneyland.
At Disneyland. True.
Like, and with a hopper, you could do that. You could go like finish up and do like a last ride on Haunted Mansion or Matterhorn or something like that. Something like grabs your fancy as a Disney fan. Something that they just have over there. So I think you're probably going to, or just being on Main Street and grabbing a Gibson Girl ice cream, something like that. I think you're going to probably want to finish at Disneyland. And the other thing is, if you don't go with like a day at California Adventure, what you're going to do is you're going to really water down the Oogie Boogie Bash experience because you're going to try to just do so much during the party that you're going to be like, I'm trying to, like, you're going to be a chicken with your head cut off during the party, where if okay, I got a day at California Adventure.
True.
You're going to be able to just enjoy the party for the party. So I think that
True.
2 things there to think about.
We did that with, because we had the Christmas party a few years ago that they had, the one time only Christmas party that they had at Disneyland. And that's exactly how we did it. We had the park hopper, but we did the party and we just did the things for the party. Yeah, we did a few other things that were not specific to the party just because we had extra time, but we focused on the party stuff because we were paying to go to the party. So like, we wanted to make sure we got that done. The other thing I was going to say is, if you do kind of like what you were saying, Mike, ending the day at Disneyland, the hours are usually a lot later at Disneyland. So I think if I remember right, especially like
midnight,
when we went,
a lot of times.
Yeah, midnight is usually when the hours close for Disneyland, which is crazy to me. I'm like, wow, they're open till midnight. And usually DCA closes at around 9 or 10. So you've got 2 hours that you can get good park time at Disneyland at that point. So that, for me, is worth it.
And a lot of the locals leave because they got to go to work. Like when you're on vacation, you're like, dude, where'd everybody go? Like, it's crazy. And it's like, I couldn't believe it was open because I was there on a Sunday night. I remember calling Pam. I'm like,
I know.
Because it was after the race. I was like, I told Pam, I was like, I'm staying till this because I had a flight on Monday morning, right? Like it's like 6 a.m. flight. So I had to get my Uber at 3. And I told Pam, I called her. I'm like, I'm just going to stay till this place closes, thinking it closed at like 9:30 or 10. Like I thought it closed at 10, right? Because I didn't check the park. I'm terrible. I never check the park hours. I'm like, when they kick me out, I'll leave. I'm just gonna keep doing stuff till they kick. I remember I was in line for the Jungle Cruise, and I asked the cast member when I got up there. I was like, "What time's the park closing at?" He's like, "Midnight." I told Pam, I'm like, "Dude, I don't think I'm making midnight. Like, I'm so tired. I've got up so early, and I ran the half marathon today, and I gotta get in the Uber at 3. Like, I don't know that I'm staying until it closes, and there's nobody here. Like, I can ride anything I want. It's nuts.
True.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, and I think it's such a nice thing to have for the evening shows too. Like we have literally done World of Color. On the way out, we're stopping at the Carthay Circle and we're looking at the projection show there. Then we're catching the fireworks. Then we're like seeing the parade. Then we're looking at the projection show on It's a Small World. Like, it's craziness, but we've really done so much to try to.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so easy there. Until you do it, you don't realize it, man. It is, it's amazing. All right, last question of the day. It is from Mark in Connecticut. It says, best sit-down non-character meal in the Disney bubble. Hey, Mike, my wife and I really enjoy the show. Thank you so much. We discovered Maya Grill thanks to you. There you go. Best fajitas on property. Oh, tell you what, though. Well, I mean, we talked about Rosa Mexicana. They weren't fajitas. I don't even know what they were called on the menu. They were super expensive for 2, like this big old like skillet thing, and it was a production, but it was good eating. I don't know. It had all kinds of meat. But those were pretty good. But I still like Maya Grill. It's just good fajitas. What do you guys think is the best sit-down non-character restaurant inside the Disney bubble? Like, you're so inside the bubble. So in that classic Disney frame of mind, it could be in a park or at a resort. Thanks, Mark from Connecticut. So non-character restaurant inside the Disney bubble. Sit down. Overall.
Like when you say inside the Disney bubble, I'm like, in that kind of like, you want a Disney restaurant, or are you looking for
here's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of like the overall, like, okay, so here's what I'm going to go with. Like for this answer, I'm going to say San Angel Inn, right? Okay. Because like it's not the greatest. Because it's not the greatest. Like it's my kind of food, right? It's Mexican food, but like you just can't beat that. Like it's like the outside inside kind of experience. You got the pyramid, the boats going by. If you get a seat by the water, like that's my jam, because it's like you can't get that at home. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a Disney restaurant experience, but there's no characters. It's kind of, it's like Blue Bayou, but with Mexican food. Like that's my jam. Like, I mean, now if you had like a mariachi band coming by, or like, I don't know, the Three Caballeros, the Three Ducks playing instruments, that'd be cool, but that's not happening. How cool would that be though? If like they came by your table. That could be the next iteration of that restaurant. Right. Donald and Panchito and whoever, Ramon, I don't know what the other one's name is. It's coming by with like a trumpet and a little Jose. That's it, with a big guitar. That'd be awesome. Oh my God, like that'd be the greatest. You'd never get a reservation there. All right, so what do you think? I'm going with, because that's like that's non-character, but it's kind of a cool like Disney experience.
I know. It's hard. I think food-wise, I think Narcoossee's is really a great restaurant and still a Disney experience, because you can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks from the restaurant. So I think and it is a signature restaurant, so just keep that in mind. But then I also think like Space 220 is a very Disney restaurant experience. Ohana is a very Disney restaurant experience. So, I mean, like there's that. I think Whispering Canyon is a very Disney restaurant experience. So I know I can
naming all of them, and I'm gonna have nothing.
All the restaurants, yes, not for you, Ricky. Sorry, I named them all.
Time. Well, okay. Here's one. 50s Primetime, definitely a very Disney restaurant.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Beer Garden, definitely a very Disney restaurant.
Oh, that's a good one. I love Beer Garden. That's one of my favorites.
Okay, so I feel like those are two good ones that Pam didn't take, so I have options there.
Yes.
Oh, Jason in chat is saying Hoop. Hoop is a good one. Hoop to do reveal. Yes. That's definitely a very Disney restaurant. Gosh.
I think we're good. We've named a bunch. I mean, those are really good ones. Yeah.
We did. Yeah. And none of them are character meals. Oh, I personally, Brian and I, honest to goodness, we very much enjoyed the buffet at Cape May Cafe for dinner, because dinner is not a character meal. It's very seafood heavy, but Brian and I, we ate there on his birthday a year ago, and he still talks about how good that was. So, Cape May Cafe, if you're in the mood for seafood, Brian really liked it. I really liked it. We did pay extra for the crab legs, but we split them. So.
Oh, you cheater.
We did not cheat.
Yeah, it's like going to the casino and you split. You're not allowed to split them if you
can absolutely split the crab legs.
Cheater! I'm telling the Disney.
No, we did not cheat. We asked, and they said yes, you can split them.
I don't think that's fair.
So we each had a cluster of crab legs.
I think that's cheating the system, Ricky. I totally think it is. I am not, dude. You're gonna get us shut down.
I will not. It is totally on point. You can absolutely do that.
Don't come at me, Disney. I had no idea she was cheating your crab legs. I will pay.
I will do it again too.
No, stop! I will pay the extra $15, whatever she scammed you out of crab legs. I don't know what they go for.
$25 for crab legs.
God, you're paying that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Brian does this. That's extortion. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and Sean says Skipper Canteen. That's a good one too. That's a great one actually. All right, we got to wrap this up before Ricky confesses any more Disney felonies on this show. So we're out of here. All right, don't forget our show. I know it's scary to say.
Brought to you. Used to be included, so I'm just saying.
Stop, but they're not anymore. I mean, gasoline used to be a quarter. It ain't anymore. I mean, if you steal it, you steal it. I'm just saying. So stop.
I'm still paying for it.
This show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel, the parts that are not felonies. Yes, at Cape May Cafe. You want to book a trip?
Paid for my crab legs.
We do ask that you pay for your meals in full. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and there's going to be opportunities to book those Disney cruises that you're looking for here very soon. So just keep watching. Can't wait to get you to those destinations you want to sail all times of the year. Can't wait to help you plan those onboard credits. That's the best thing. You get on the ship, you got some money extra to spend. If you want to do some tastings, you want to do some spa services, just don't use them for the gratuities. If you do, don't tell me. That's no fun. Have fun. Get that sail away drink. It's always the Bahama Mama, it feels like. Whatever. If you don't like the Bahama Mama, get a margarita and have some fun. But we want to help you plan a great Disney vacation for no additional cost to you. And you can do that. Just swing by themagicforless.com today. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. We thank you so very much for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. You can follow us all on the social media at Be Our Guest. Mike is where I am. Ricky is at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. Pam is at TMFLT Pam. Everybody's got spellings but me, but that's okay. That's cool. Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Look for us there. And we're in the Clubhouse. Come on over. That's our Discord server. It's free for everybody. And I'm telling you what, it is awesome. Disney fans hanging out there talking life, talking Disney, all kinds of stuff, dining, resorts, theme parks, all the breaking news. And you know what? We even added a Big Brother channel. If you're into Big Brother, we have a channel there, but be careful. Spoilers happen in there. So come on over. We'll talk that as well. It's so much fun. So come on over. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. And we'll have a live call-in show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. And God willing, the phones will work this week. Sorry about last week. We got zapped. It happens once every 15 years. But, you know, we got to hear Scott tap dance while I tried to fix the phones for a half hour. So that was fun. You get to hear that tomorrow on the replay. I just kept answering the phone like a dummy, like thinking it would just keep working. It never did. Everybody just kept trying calling too. And it's like, hello, nope, can't hear him. Nope, hello, nope, still can't hear him. 12 times later. But it was, if that's your thing, you'll get to hear it tomorrow. Mike sweating bullets and Scott trying to tap dance. So it was great. It was fun. Different show. All right, so we'll be back again on Friday. And Friday, we're going to talk about the little extras that are included in your Walt Disney World vacation that you don't think about that really add value to that trip. Think about it. When you go to Epcot during the festival, you can get a concert included that maybe back in your hometown, you got to pay $20, $30 to go see that concert. Boom, right there, happening in the American Gardens Theater. So there are little things that are value adds that you get on your Disney vacation that sometimes we don't think about that do add some value to that trip. So we're going to try to remind you of some of those things. And, sometimes we're always talking about, well, what did Disney take away? But there are some things that do add value to those trips. So we'll try to remind us kind of those things on Friday. So come on back. We're going to spread some good news and try to help you to not forget some of those things you can take advantage of on your next trip to get the most out of that trip. So until we get back together, for Ricky and Pam, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy birthday, Ricky.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.